All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. We are doing another viewer request video. One more look at VIRI as well as HLGN. Man, this gap fill, right? Like we are just slowly going up. And I'm telling you, slow and steady is actually the best way a stock can move. I know we all want those recent runners, the like 600% in a single day, the 300, like they feeling more common like they used to, right? But slow and steady, just bounce on these lines and do your job. Oh my God, I'm telling you, that's the trading I'm looking for, all right? And VIRI is doing really well, all right? We'll talk about the technical shortly, but real quick, what are we gonna do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how this thing is setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages, these horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself, and then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please like this video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, comment. Anything you can do really does help with the YouTube algorithms. But for real, I do appreciate your time more than I can ever say, all right? So let's get into it. And again, VIRI has just been doing really well, especially the last few days. I'm not the biggest fan of this candle, and I know you guys know that, right? Green outline is much better than green filled in, okay? What does that mean? Look, green outline opens down here. It opens at 0.86. You can see it in the box over there and goes up, and then closes up here at 0.93. The problem with this day is we open at 106 and actually close at 102. Not devastating by any means, but yeah, someone lost some money there, right? Like I want my good days to be good for everyone. Doesn't matter what time you get in, right? So not the biggest fan of this candle, but I'll say this much. It looked like it wanted to do much worse in the day and at least recovered pretty nicely. So I will take that, all right? End of the day, we're looking at this 110 line. Like the story here is the 110 line. And look, there is no reason for this 110 line to be here on the daily chart, right? I zoom out, like there is no reason for this to be here. And again, this is where I like to say we are a little better than most traders. We're using the weekly's big ass candle, the 50% line. That's where this line came from. It very much, in my opinion, helped last week. And so far, this is containing where we are right now. Again, look at that weekly. Look at that weekly. That's a little high of an RSI on the weekly. That for sure needs to be called out, okay? And I don't know if that means 110 might be a little hard to break, but that's interesting to say the least. I will, because the daily RSI doesn't look that bad. It's 63. It looks like this thing wants to keep going up a little bit, right? But interesting that the weekly RSI is here. I will say, I just saw in the comments a little before I made this video, VIRI will have an earnings report coming out. Look, you know me. I hate holding into earnings. It's just a really risky thing in my book. And you know, do what you want when this thing has earnings. Because again, I've always said technicals kind of mean nothing when earnings happen. For me, what I'd love to do is ride this bad boy as much as I can before earnings comes out. I'll probably hit the eject button, bank whatever I can bank, and then probably jump back in after if earnings are good, right? But yeah, for me, earnings are scary, okay? And again, this 84 weekly RSI has me just kind of scratching my head just a little bit. That is for sure, all right? That said, though, again, there's not too much more I can say. Break 110, and sweet Jesus, it might be a really quick run up to 178, basically 180, right? So that's a nice little U guy that we're making there too, right? So we go down, we kind of are working on our way, and really in a lot of ways, this is a red in my head, right? Again, I know this is green, but it's one of the bad green ones, right? So 110, there's not too much more I can say. The one thing that is pissing me off, though, is this 84 RSI on the weekly. The funny thing is, though, it looks like the green line wants to keep going up. It's not really like it's like, because like the gap is getting bigger as I'm like staring at my computer, right? And what I really do want to do, what were you, 83? Okay. Man, it hasn't really, but I will say this is also not that old a stock, so maybe this is where it's going to try to like live up here for a minute. I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I don't know. Overall, I am liking this stock a lot. All right, I for sure am. This line looks like it's going up. This line looks like it's going up. Like all four of these look like they want to go up, and really, it wants us to think that we're going to come to this 200 line, right? So break 110 is the last time I'm going to say it, but yeah, this bad boy is close. It really really is. Um, HLGN, was that it? Yes, this is what it looked like. Okay, HLGN. This, first off, I've never looked at this stock before, so what am I going to do? I'm going to zoom out, right? Let me see what we're looking at. Okay, this looks like it was a D-SPAC that did not go the right way. It actually ran for a quick minute, though. This bad boy did go to 16 before a hard plummet. Good to know. The big thing I'm going to say is this. The whole story is the 50 moving average. You can see this red line has been pretty much an impossibility to break. You know what I mean? It does look like there were a couple moments here, maybe an entire 2 months when we were over it. But since that, I mean, we've pretty much been well under it. We break it here, can't really confirm well. We actually hold it all right there. And then, yeah, since then it's been bad. I mean, the 50's the story here. It is. And look, we definitely get over it, can't confirm. We get over it, can't confirm. We get over it, can't confirm, right? Confirmation is key. If you watch my NVOS video, I just released it before this one. Again, confirmation is key. So if this thing can get over the 50, it's going to be really good things. I got to say, though, I hate this. That's a really ugly RSI. MACD is definitely not as good as it was. Horrible volume across the last 3 weeks. And look, when I'm seeing this number in terms of volume, I got to go to the minute chart. And yeah, this is what I'm expecting, dashes. I hate dashes on the minute chart. Because look, what's the volume here? 400 shares, all right? What's the volume here? 1,000 shares. What's the volume here? 400 shares. Like, that's nothing. This is a 20-cent stock, right? Like, moving the decimal over like, that's not a lot of money, right? So what was this? This is 60,000 shares. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger, but that's a wild candle off one person selling, you know what I mean? So I do not like when my minute charts look like this. That said, hey, I'm not telling you don't buy this bad boy, right? What I am saying, though, is wait for the 50 to break with you know, enough conviction. And really, at this point, I would just wait for, man, honestly, I think I would wait for 30 cents. I think waiting for 30 cents will put you over the two biggest candles to the left, which is essentially these two, the exact same 30 line, and it'll put you well over those three moving averages. I think anything under 30 cents is going to be really risky because at this point, this is a horizontal moving average cluster. Whenever there are more than two lines together, I do classify that as a cluster. And yeah, we might just be going horizontal for a really long time. So wait for the 30 break here. That's for sure what I would do. I'm going to draw a line. I'm not going to set an alert. I'll be honest. I don't think I'm going to be trading this stock, but yeah, look, after 30, Jesus, now I got to set an alert. Damn it. All right, let's set it at 31. Look, an alert is not an immediate buy notification, but yeah, breaking 30 cents, a lot of reason to believe we want to come, you know, to 61 with this little thing in the way. And I don't want to say the little thing because this 100 moving average is by no means a little thing, but yeah, going from 31 to 43 would be a very sexy trade to say the least. So not quite liking this chart yet, but it's not too far away from some decent things. So let's look at the weekly real quick. Again, it's not a great weekly, right? We're pretty much under the 8 and the 20 consistently, right? If we can get over the 8 and the 20, 44 cents right there, right? That's pretty much lining up with the 100 right there. I think there's a good reason to believe we might come up to that. Because again, I think there's a good reason to believe if we can break this, we might come up to that. I'm just not too sure we're going to break that line. Like, look how long it's been that we've been under. We've been close and failed. Haven't really been close since. So, yeah, I think 44 cents is a very realistic cap here, basically whatever this 100 is. And then if that was to break, this can then start doing some silly things. So, hey, just my opinions. Let me know what you think. Otherwise, you know I appreciate your time so much.